Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So on the previous videos of our G6 flip car, this is an 06 G6, 186,000 miles. We picked it up for 900 bucks. For anybody that might have missed it, that'll get you caught up. Previous videos, we've done a little front end work. We've done some paint and body, things like that. And today is interior day. The interior of this car is filthy and we're going to get in there and just gut it. A lot of it we will, like the seats, we will use our Bissell Little Green Pro machine. See if we can't get a lot of that dirt out of there. And then as far as the carpets go, we'll probably run them down to the car wash and hit them up there with some degreaser and all that good stuff. I think between the two, we ought to be able to get this thing pretty clean.
And this stuff is dirty. Look at that. I can't wait to get in here. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get in here and tear into that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the seats. We'll just get the seats on out of here and we'll hit them up with our shampoo. Our little Bissell machine works pretty well. And these seats come out fairly easy. You're just going to want to scoot the seat all the way forward. There's only 2 bolts, one on each side in the back, none in the front. It just kind of clips in the front. So super easy. And in the back, we'll take it out too. And oh man, I think our little shampooer's got its work cut out for it. What do you think? It usually does a really good job. We'll see what it does on this one. Yeah, just a couple of bolts at the back. These things come right out. There's usually going to be like a plug of some sorts under here. And yep, there's that one. There we go. It's easy. And it comes right out of there. And then usually you just kind of slide this back and it'll kind of unclip. You can kind of see there how they're clipped in. Pulling out these side panels, boy, that's a chore. Well, we got it. Look at there. So removing that panel exposes that bolt right there, which is what holds the seat belt in. You got to take all of that apart because all that goes with the seat. Kind of the easiest way to get the seat out, in my opinion. Okay, so we can start to kind of pull this up out of here. Now, here's the thing. We're going to have to unplug this yellow plug here. Might I suggest that before you start messing with anything like that, that you unplug the battery first. That's always a good idea. There we go. It seemed like that took forever. Okay, so now that we are free of all of that, we can finally pull the seat out. Yeah, I never really liked it when the seat belt's hooked to the seat. It always made it a little more difficult to get the seat out. So this is why we pull the carpet out. There's always so much stuff just kind of trapped in between there. It's just how it is with these old cars. I found $1. That's cool. Kind of popped out from behind that panel. That's awesome. Just going to repeat the same process over on the other side. So with having that unbolted, the seat and everything out of the way, I think we've gotten everything out of here that's going to hinder us from getting that carpet out. So that's the next step. Let's go ahead and get the floor mats out, pull these carpets out of here, and get them out where we can clean them.
So hey, now that we got those seats out, before I pull the carpet out, I thought it'd be kind of cool to go ahead and maybe do a little scrubbing on this seat, see what we come up with. So I've got my little machine out. I'm just going to pour a little soap in it. I'm going to go a whole cap full. I know that's a bit much. That's okay. Let's see if we can't get it in there without pouring it all over the place. Something like that. We'll give her a little shake here, get all that soap mixed up in there, and it's just a simple little click on the machine like that, and away we go. Basically, you'll just turn the machine on, hit the trigger, and you're going to start just hosing this down with our cleaning solution. So here's the first dump of the extractor, what we're extracting out of it. Look how nasty that is. That's just not even half of the back seat, y'all. That's just that one cushion. So here we go after just a few minutes. We went from that to this in literally not even 3, maybe 4 minutes tops. Super, super easy. You can't beat it. And I guarantee you this smells so much better than that over there. So we've got our work cut out for us. We've got the other seats over here. I mean, you see they're equally as nasty, if not worse. As dirty as it looks, this is actually coming out very, very easy. So now when it comes to the actual carpet, I think I'm going to take a little bit different approach. First of all, obviously you want to get all the big stuff out, things that'll clog up the vacuum cleaner. And then we'll get it all vacuumed out, and then I will pull the carpet after that. But I do believe I will be pressure washing the carpet. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking like, why, you know, is your little machine not good enough for the carpet? It is, but it's got so much dirt in it that I'm afraid I'm gonna clog my machine up, to be quite honest with you. Start by getting these old beat up floor mats out of here. Follow that up with picking up all this big stuff. Now we can get it vacuumed out. I'm just going to go ahead and yank that carpet because there's literally nothing holding it in at this point. I mean, it's really just a simple matter of just coming in here and just kind of pulling this out of here now. It's got a, I remember this on the last one we did. It's got this one little spot right here that goes up and over, and that's it. It's like a piece this wide. I don't know why. But I trim it with a razor blade and this will come right out of here. Oh, we come over here and check out one of our brand new X-Acto knives. Let's see if we can get one of these off of here. Here we go. So yeah, man, just come in here and trim this off. Oh my God, look at that. It's like cutting hot butter. That's awesome. Just skim that right off it. Look at that. And that's it. She'll come right out after that. Thanks again, Bruce Coleman, for all the razor blades and X-Acto knives. This stuff comes in super handy. This should just come right on up out of here. Just like that. See, for some reason they don't, the front of it doesn't go up and over the hump. Just that one little spot right there. So keep that in mind if you're ever doing one of these. We learned that a long time ago. We've done so many of these already. So there's that. Oh my God, you guys, look how much dirt just poured out of that. That's hilarious. Here's the passenger side. Should come out just as easily now that we cut that piece. Just like that. Doesn't get much easier than that right there, right? Let's see about getting this back piece out. It should be all just one big piece here. Let's see. There we go. Something like that. It's not hard to do. I mean, the hardest part is just taking all the seats and everything out. And of course the side trim, the kick panels, everything's got to come out. So anyway, after doing all that, we'll just come in here, pull all this out of here. Come out in one little piece there. Look at that, look at that. Easy enough, right? All right, cool. We'll get all that cleaned up next. Well, all right, we made it down to the car wash. I'm gonna get all these carpets sprayed off. This shouldn't take too long. See what we can do with this old trunk pad. So I'm back from the car wash. I got all my carpets and stuff hung up out here drying. Been drying for a little while now. I think they're pretty good. Might take them inside and put the fan on them because it's about to pour down rain. Looks like we got a little storm rolling in, lots of thunder. So I'm gonna go ahead and get stuff inside and get a fan on it. As you can see here, man, it turned out nice and clean. Look at that. That's the rear portion of the carpet. And then we got this piece here. I believe this was the driver's side, if I'm not mistaken. That turned out nice, man, nice and clean. So I figured while the seats were drying, we could get in here and start wiping down all the plastics. Get the dash and everything wiped off. I've got a new vent I want to install there. I've even got another knob for the stereo. You see where that one there is worn off. Got another one of those. We'll get our console all cleaned up. And of course, door panels as well. They're pretty nasty. We'll get all those cleaned up. This is what we're using. I get this stuff for free. My wife's a couponer and they actually pay her to buy this stuff. So we're going to give this a shot, see what it does for wiping all that stuff down. And then we got some ceramic glass cleaner made by Armor All. Again, free. That's what we're going to be using today. And I'll let you guys know if it works all right or not. Let's give this stuff a shot, see if it does any good or not. Figure we clean everything up first, and then we'll come back and wipe the good shiny stuff on there, right? I'll tell you what, anything's better than what it looks like now, that's for sure. She is pretty dirty in here. Dusty is what it is. Super dusty. So anyway, we'll get all this wiped down. Shouldn't take very long. That stuff smells good. It smells real good, actually. I'll have to get my little brush out and use it around all the cracks and stuff. That dirt is in there. And here with my little brush here, this actually works very well, believe it or not. Just a cheap toothbrush. Kind of get around all this stuff. And while you're at it, take your air hose and just kind of blow it off as you loosen it up, you know. And then you could come behind it, you know, after all that and start wiping it down. Works pretty well. Man, I've been dying to clean this thing off. That is so nasty. It's better already. I'm just going to get some of the crusty off of it. It's not uncommon for the gear shift selector to get a lot of pop and, you know, stuff like that from the drive-thru because it's so close to the cup holders. That stuff just kind of bounces out of there and gets all over the shift selector and starts to make a mess after a while, but that's all right. We're erasing all that right now. Continue on over here to the driver's side with the cluster and everything. We'll start off with the air hose. Get all that loose stuff off of there. Oh, look at that little hiding spot right there for dirt. Let's get that out of there.
stuff is kind of strong. I suggest doing it in a well ventilated area. You turn the fan on or something. So that stuff's working out pretty good for wiping this old dirt off. I love cleaning all the gauges and stuff off. To me, that just sets them off. When you get in here and all that stuff is nice and clean, it kind of looks new, you know? Especially up in these bezels. Just kind of dig up in there the best you can. Be careful, don't break anything. It is all plastic after all. Man, that stuff looks so much nicer when it's clean. You can't dig all that dirt out of there. All the little cracks and stuff. It really does help having a brush and an air hose. That way, as you loosen this stuff up, you just kind of blow it away, you know. And it just makes it a lot easier when it comes time to wipe it off with your rag. There's less to wipe away, you know what I mean? Oh, I love it when you get a hold of these older cars and they still got all their original paperwork that they come with, you know, the books and all that stuff, the owner's manuals and everything. It's all still there. Really cool. So we'll definitely be keeping all of that in there. So the dash has been all wiped down, and now it's time to make her look nice and shiny, and we will put some kind of armor all or something on there. I don't know. We got to do the door panels still, so I'll get all 4 of those wiped down, and at that point I do believe it'll be time to throw the carpet back in. Take your time and really get down in these little pockets, because they can get kind of gross down in there sometimes. These aren't too bad, but they did have a little funk down in there. It's much better. The jams, wipe all that stuff out. Look, I want to show you. See how dirty this is? That's very unpresentable. And then look, you come up here. There you have it. That's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what it'll look like when we're done. Still got to wipe the shiny stuff on there, but even without it, it's 100 times better than what we started with just a few minutes ago. This stuff goes pretty quick. Typically, I could wipe all this stuff down in, I don't know, hell, 30 minutes, and then we'll be ready to throw that carpet and stuff back in there. Man, this thing's going to look so good. Take our air hose and run it through here. Blow all that dirt out of there. Man, I love watching that come back to life. It looks so much nicer. Go through and clean all your weather stripping off all the way around the door. All this stuff, get all that nice and clean. So I'm going to go around, finish up these last 2 door panels, and then we'll get to putting that carpet in. I wonder if we could do anything with these nasty things. They're filthy. Work all that dirt out of there. Well, hell, I think it's time we put some carpet in. Let's see about throwing this bad boy up in there. These go in rather easy. I like how they're molded to fit the shape of the floor already. They just kind of drop right into place. You know, you'll have some wires and things like that that'll need to come up through. And there's like a little air conditioner vent right there, you see there? That's gonna poke through that little hole. So just make sure you get everything lined up. Not very hard to do. So there's one piece, here's the other. Just got one more piece here to shampoo. The back of this seat here, you can see it's pretty dirty. We'll hit it with our little machine here. So
So here's what we've been pulling out of that back seat. Pretty nasty stuff. Look at this. Oh man. Yeah, that dirt, man, it starts to add up and gets piled up in them cushions, and I'm just glad it's all coming out so easy. It is too. I mean, almost effortlessly. I don't have to sit and scrub and scrub and scrub. It's coming right out of there. So I think I'm officially done with all the shampooing and everything. I got that back cushion done, and I went ahead and did the whole headliner. You can see there how the back seat turned out. Man, that thing turned out really nice. We got underneath the seat clean, and then up here on the headliner, it's still kind of drying. Get this up in here. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. I think we get it. Raise this guy up. There we go. That goes underneath there, and then this goes over it, just like that. Look at that. She has come a long way already. We ain't even got it all put together yet. Just want to get that guy lined up with these little grooves in the floor here on both sides. And back here in the back, it'll actually have some dowels that'll fit down in the hole there. So pretty easy to line up. You can't really get it wrong. Something like that there. And get the bolt put in. We ought to be good to go. Don't forget to plug your wire back in. Okay. Got my seatbelt bolted in. Now I'm putting in my little side pieces, the little trim. This is where things get a little bit tricky because sometimes one piece will tuck underneath the other piece, but not a big deal. They got all these little white clips. You see that? Clips. Those are all going to go down in these little grooves here. You just got to kind of fiddle with it sometimes, but it'll all go in. I think the hardest part of this one will probably be just getting it started. We got to get up under here. If I have to, I'll just remove this whole piece. Looks like it's got enough give to it. I won't have to actually take it off. I'll get it lined up. There we go. There's our first notch, and this piece will go over it. And we'll have to snap this piece on top of this piece. Having a little trouble with this piece snapping into this piece. Not to worry. Usually what you could do is get up under here, hold up on the bottom piece, get this piece to snap into it. There we go, just like that. Now you can push the whole thing down. There you go. I knew I was going to forget something. I forgot to clean my kick panels. Let's hit them up right quick. I'll spray them down. Man, I got used to seeing how clean all these pieces are. Then I go back and see one that I missed, and it's like, oh crap, man, this interior really was dirty. Well, all right, nice and clean, and going back in now. We're getting close to getting done now. This is the last seat going in. These seats go in fairly easy. It's just got a little clip inside of here that it pushes down into. There we go. Yeah, just like that. Well, that's looking pretty dang decent in there. I screwed up, you guys. I'm so stupid. Check this out. I forgot to put my dang center console in before the seats, which would have made it so much easier. Not to worry. I mean, it still goes in pretty easy. It just would have been a lot easier had we done it before the seats. Here is the center console. You can see just how filthy it is. It's got mud and looks like pop, probably coffee, all kinds of stuff all over it. Here's that center shift selector for the gear shifter there, and it's filthy too. So let's just get started cleaning it, and I'll get that thrown in, and that is the final piece for the interior, and it'll be done. I'm just excited to be on the downhill slide on this deal. It is almost over. We're about to have us a nice clean car. Get this whole thing hosed down, boy. I tell you what, it's pretty dirty. It could use it. Probably should have took it to the car wash too. Oh crap. I should have cleaned all that out first, huh? Check it out though, another $1. Well, hell, that console turned out pretty spiffy. Let's get it back in the car now. Now, it is a little tricky to get this in, mostly because of the emergency brake. I think we'll manage. There we go, something like that. Okay. Now we got to make sure we plug in our plugs, stuff like that. Now's the time to do it, that's for sure. Got the old bumper off. We're going to put our new bumper on, but first we've got to build it. We got to put all of our grill pieces in it. Obviously this is the old one here with the broken piece off the side. I found a little hidden damage underneath it, and I'll show you guys that in just a minute. But for now, let's go ahead and paint those little grill pieces. Got some extra ones over here that we picked up while we was at the salvage yard. These actually came out of our new bumper, our new used bumper. Just want to kind of come in and just dust a little color on it, nothing crazy. This is a satin black cheap spray paint from Walmart. Usually about $3 or $4 a can. It should do fine out there. Just a nice little light dusting. That's all it needs. So here's the damage. Look at that. Took a little smacking right there. Remember the headlight was busted on this side, so obviously something kind of tagged it. Remember the hood was bent too as well. See the top edge of the hood here? That was bent in pretty good. Looks like somebody maybe kind of rolled it back out, but you could tell that was actually folded all the way over. So yeah, that's the old hood there. And if you were to look here, you'd see over in the corners where we're just kind of puckered up right here. That's from this getting pushed this way, which obviously causes this area to kink just slightly. Kind of barely bump that out till it lines up. If we don't get this to come out, this is our bracket for our radiator. Look, this is what holds the top of the radiator in right here. That clicks into that, and you can see like the radiator's in the right spot. That's where it's supposed to be. Look how far back that is. That's not going to work, so we need to pull that out till it matches. That affects how our hood opens and shuts. So our new hood is not going to open and shut properly. I guarantee it, not until we get this pushed back out a little bit. Because if we try to do it this way, we're going to have a big giant gap between the headlight and the hood on this side, and it won't look good. So I'm telling you, man, 20-30 minutes, we can have this straightened out. You guys remember this piece? Remember how it was all busted? That goes right here. Got us another one. Got this one here while we was out at the salvage yard, so we'll go ahead and get that in as well while we're at it. This is why you can't see any of that damage. It covers it, you know, and that's right where the old one is broken also. So as soon as you remove this, there's the damage right underneath. But here we go again. We got ourselves another long video. I didn't expect it this time, but you know, I guess just went past that, not even showed it to you. But you guys following along, you like to see all the little details. And if not, if you're just waiting for the final results, that's good too, no problem. But for those of you that want to see the entire flip process and all of its surprises and everything, well, here you go. This is how it goes sometimes. We'll get that in the next video. We'll knock it out. We're so close to having this thing ready, you guys, but I can't keep putting all this all in one video. I like to keep them around a half hour. It seems to be the sweet spot. So, hey, we just bought ourselves another video, man. I mean, that's how it goes. More content, right? It's just how this flip car stuff is sometimes. Please like, share, subscribe, you guys. I really do appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate the stuff you guys send me. Anybody wants to send anything, there will be an address in the description below. Just go in there and check it out. Don't forget my Instagram, link in the description also, and Facebook, Weirdbeard on Facebook. I will see you guys next time. We're keeping the videos a little closer, so the wait won't be long. We'll be right back in there. See you guys later.